Go up, Ben!
Wins finally by way of knockout. And he fights at White England. Introducing the former British IBO and WBA champion, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Eubank Jr.
Sit there and pick my bar.
Pull the straw out. Make it higher so I can get it.
That's good. First round down the way.
He's such opportunity. The left hand, the right hand over the top.
The Destroyer Ben.
Man, it's a blessing to be fighting back on British soil.
Is there a high level of respect between you and Junior now?
I mean, I wish him well. You know, I know he's gone to the hospital. I've heard he's got a broken jaw.
He got beating him. And you know, see, Eubank, Chris was spiteful in that ring. You could tell. He could knock him out anytime he wanted, but he didn't want to. He just fucking using the jab, and it's hurting him, and it's hurting him.
How the emotions after that, mate. Just unbelievable. I mean, honestly, what I saw there, I can't even bother to moan about the scorecards because I couldn't be prouder. I mean, listen, I know me and Junior have had our ups and downs, but unbelievable respect to him. But for my man, CONOR BENN, you've just seen the beginning, in my opinion, of one of the biggest stars in British boxing, the people's champion. And for all the rubbish he's been through over the last couple of years, and I know how good and clean this kid's heart is, to see him, you know, I don't think he's quite aware yet of the response.
Competitive all the way through. On edge of your seat, we're good.
Were you impressed by Conor? Because ultimately he was the lighter fighter in there tonight.
Yeah, Eubanks is no Golovkin. You know what I mean? You could see the way it started to look tired, but Conor had that energy. Moving up the weight, he had more energy inside him. But equal the match. You know what I mean? He lived up to the hype, and you know what I mean. They didn't let the fans down.
Who won the fight, Conor?
You may have won the fight, but you're the one in hospital, not me.
If you take a man's soul, that usually means you win the fight.
You may have won the fight.
I've never seen someone's soul get taken and they still win.
So I look at you now and you ain't the same.
The truth is we both ended up in hospital, and I was there for dehydration. You were there for the.
How much weight did you put on after the weigh-in?
Listen,
after the weigh-in,
we're not going to get into weight talk.
Speaking ahead of the fight, Roy Jones Jr., who previously trained Eubank, told TalkSport that he is slightly favoring his former fighter. However, he warned that one clean punch from Ben can change everything, even though Ben is coming up in weight, Jones said. Eubank is the bigger and more experienced guy, but you can never ignore Ben's power. If he lands once, anything can happen. I like Eubank, but Ben is moving up from 140.
I think he's calling because of the size.
Yeah. Is that his best route to victory, just to impose himself?
Yep.
Jones added that it will be a very tough fight for CONOR BENN. I'm not saying he can't win, Jones told TalkSport, but it will be rough. He explained that Ben's best chance is landing a big shot that hurts Eubank early. According to Jones, Chris Eubank Jr. has improved a lot, strengthened his fundamentals, and become a more complete fighter. He said Eubank will be hard to beat, especially for someone naturally smaller. However, he admitted that Liam Smith's victory over Eubank must give Ben confidence, Jones concluded. It'll be a great fight, but Chris has the advantages because he's simply bigger.
He's looking at Conor Benn, he's talking to him, he's thinking to himself, when do I splat this egg around the side of his head? When do I do it? How do I do it? Do I put it in his face? Do I put it on his head? Is he going to see me? Because if Conor would have seen him, he might have blocked it and check hooked him. But it was quick. He distracted Conor by saying, what did you say? Then he reached for the egg and he clattered him right around the side of the back of the ear and the face. And the egg yolk went everywhere. A lot of the yolk missed him, so it wasn't that embarrassing where he's dribbling with egg.
Carl Froch knows exactly what it's like to face a bitter rival after a heated build-up. His first fight with George Groves turned into a war after. Groves got inside his head with mind games. Froch was even knocked down early by a big right hand after underestimating Groves. He later won by controversial stoppage, then secured a clear win in the Wembley rematch. Eubank has already irritated Benn by smashing an egg in his face at their first press conference. Mocking Benn's failed 2022 drug test excuse, Eubank also has the size advantage. He has fought as high as super middleweight against big names like Groves, James DeGale, and Arthur Abraham. Benn, meanwhile, is moving up to weight classes to face him on April 26th.
Bank, you got to say, he's a wide favourite. He's boxed George Groves. He's been in there with
Arthur Abraham.
He's a big punch in super middles. Do you know what I mean? And his punch resistance might not be what it once was, and might not be the fighter he once was. I'd say he probably is a little bit sharp, but Conor Benn hasn't beaten anyone or fought anyone of the stature of the people that he's performed against, has he, Eubank? If you look at his resume, it's...
The wins against Arthur Abraham and James DeGale. That's super middle as well.
Speaking on his Froch on Fighting show, Froch sided with the bigger, more experienced fighter. He said, when you look at everything, size, strength, world-level experience, you have to pick Chris Eubank Jr. He has competed at a higher level and at a higher weight. Conor Benn hasn't achieved anything at world level yet. No. Froch admitted Benn looked good knocking out former champion Chris Algieri, but that Algieri was past his prime. He concluded, my early pick is Chris Eubank Jr.
Close loss to Billy Joe Saunders. But the loss to Liam Smith was such a bad loss, but he rectified it, wasn't it?
But he rectified it in the rematch, and and Liam's a good fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. He was a good fighter. In the rematch, he was dead himself, wasn't he? He was fucked himself. Do you think that he's a heavy favourite, or do you think he's a slight favourite?
I think he's a heavy favourite. I don't see what you could base, unless you're just going on like hype or something. But I don't see what you can't. I don't see what you can. You got to look at facts, haven't you?